All right, week 11, bin 2. Now, if you just saw bin 1's video, holy smokes. Wet, wet, wet. The fruit flies that were in there, they're still here. They're right over here on the worm food bin that's in this end water tub. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 that came out of bin 1, and probably more than that. Enough my rambling. Let's see how things look here now in bin 2. Ooh, sorry. Okay. Condensation, just like with bin 1. Now, as I recall last week, we got some of our buddies up here on the sides. Yeah, we got a few worms up here on the sides. So things are looking a little bit wetter in here since week 10 here in bin 2. Bin 2's moisture content was really good last week. It is definitely looking a lot more wet this week, and yeah, same thing. So putting your food in whole when it hasn't been frozen, definitely not a good idea. There's the cucumber. These are the bananas. And there's worms in here, but they're only slowly going at them. I'm gonna make this a little bit easier for them to get to. But right now, let's get this final feeding in, because we're literally right down at the bottom. All right, so I apologize that I don't have more to really look at here. I want to fluff things up. Yeah, this is a little bit better. The moisture here in bin 2 is not nearly. I mean, it's wet. I mean, as you can see, I mean, I can squeeze it together, but it falls apart. It's not like the mud that you saw in bin 1 with regard to its consistency. It's definitely moist, but it is a much nicer environment for the worms to be in. And I hope that's the same story with bin number 3. But regardless, all 3 bins, the lid's coming off, and we're going to start to really dry things out now. So let me just undo what I was trying to do. The bedding here off to the side, because that's what I want to cover foods with. Now, first things that are going to be going in are going to be the foods from last week. And you ever tried doing this one-handed on a cucumber that's about a week old? Yeah, let's just I'll puncture it, which will make it easier for them to get into. Oh, and it's warm too. Wow. That there we go. All right. So they're nasty goodness. Let's check this other side real quick too, just briefly. Make sure we're not anaerobic on one side. Now it's kind of muddier this week than it was last week, but it's still it's a decent moisture content, but it's at a point now where it's time to definitely dry it out. So yeah, no bad smells, nothing like that going on. But bin 1 sadly had an anaerobic smell to it, and that's just too much moisture. That's the way it goes. Okay, enough my rambling. 1 lemon wedge with some brown paper napkin. 2 absolutely disgusting hard-boiled eggs. I mean, this doesn't even look like an egg, it fell apart. I know you guys love watching me feed them hard-boiled eggs, and I gotta tell you, I think the worms like them too, because the thing I've seen from them is whenever I feed them these, they're gone. All right, they are getting some bananas, but not the way they got them last time. And these are already moldy, so they're not hard to squish apart either. You guys are probably wondering, why didn't you eat these? Well, that's because I already ate close to, I mean, I don't even want to confess how many I've had. Banana plants rather, they grow like weeds here in Southeast Asia, you guys, they really do. They're everywhere. So it's a food source that is very, very easy to come by here. And so I don't have a problem giving as much of them to the worms as I do. That's enough rice. Okay, last but not least, absolutely positively need this. This is the crushed up powderized eggshell that I toasted this time, which is a trick from Korean natural farming, along with my compost. That's enough for bin 3. All right, let's cover it up as best we can. Nice lump here in the center. And just like with bin 1, what's going to happen is the lids will just go on this to the opposite end. In other words, it'll just lay across. And that way it doesn't dry everything out at once, but the edges here will dry out, which will actually hopefully focus the worms more towards the center of the feeding area, which I definitely want them to try and focus on if they can. Looks like yeah, it's going to take a lot longer for this to dry out than I'd expected to, because obviously with things being as wet as they were, especially in bin 1, it's going to take them a while to process this stuff out, which is really, again, it's important to see the successes and the failures, and I don't necessarily consider this a failure, but it's definitely going to delay things a little bit more than I was anticipating. So anyway, that's bin 2. I want to thank you for joining me today. If you haven't already, please do like and share the video. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and hit the bell notification icon if you haven't, so that you can be alerted to when I upload new content. Listen, wherever you are in this world today or tonight, you take care. Bye for now.